All right, welcome back to LearnWire. We are rocking and rolling. This is going to be for some the most exciting video that we're getting into because we're going to start putting content and using AI to write content to place on the website. As you can see up here, we adjusted the logo. I think it looks really, really good over here. I'm still kind of working on possibly putting the logo over here, but I think it looks nice centered as well. So it's looking pretty good. You might run into some issues with, and this happens on any WordPress theme or website, with just trying to get the logo size right. Over here, the size that I used, let's see if I just go to save image as, and you'll see it's 300 by 113 pixels. And that seems to be doing the trick over here. I had it too high. And so you don't want the logo height to be too high because you want these margins to be a little bit shorter, if you will, on the top and bottom, so that you're not taking so much white space up on the top and bottom, if that makes sense. So just some design things, but you can always worry about that later on. Let's start getting some content on here. So we need to look at our structure. Another cool thing that I figured out how to do is we've got our blog button over here, right? And then we're going to have all of our blog topics under here. The 5 blog topics that we have, or blog categories, I should say, are going to be on a drop-down list right here. And then we'll start adding all of our content over here. Another thing that we need to do is we come over here, and just wanted to show you real quick. I'm not going to build all of them right now, but you go to that plugin that we installed earlier, right? It's legal pages. You'll go over to the settings over here, and then you'll just accept this and push accept. And then we'll come over here and we have your site URL is newbiegardening.com. And then you can put in some additional information in here if you wish, like email address. You might want to just put something like that, support@newbiegardening.com. And then what you do is you just take this email address, you go set that up inside of wherever your hosting is. In my case, it would be SiteGround. And then you would just basically forward any emails that come in to that address. Just forward it to your main email address so you don't miss any of them if you want to set it up that way, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then you can come over here at miscellaneous settings, or looking good over there. And then we'll just push save right here. And then what we would do is we would add new legal page, and then you just click terms of service, and look, it's already going to fill all this information out for us. So this is really cool. Terms of use, we're going to save that page. And this is like the easiest way that you can do this. Super simple. Privacy policy. See, everything's going to already be filled out for us. Newbie gardening right there. See, they're going to add in all the appropriate things automatically. It's a template-based system. So it's really cool. Cookie privacy policy. I'll just go ahead and put that on there. Save page. We will add a cookie notice at some point, so we may as well just have that on there. So we save the page there, and then that's pretty much it. I don't need the California Consumer CCPA. Might need the DMCA. We may as well just go ahead and save that and have it created as well. So we have all of our main pages, right? Super cool stuff. You can put those at the footer. You could put those at the top if you wish, but just making sure that you have them available as well. So when Google scans your site, that it looks completely legit and so forth, right? You're going to want to also go over to your pages, all pages, and then your contact us page or about us page, right? So the contact us might go into edit right here, and it's already going to be pretty much done for us. We can come click on contact us. I'm going to go back over here and use one of the forms like WP forms right here, WP forms, add new. And we'll just add a use template, simple contact form real quick. And we'll just grab this select existing page to embed this in. We'll go over here to the contact page and let's go. And then we've got it right over here. We'll update that page and then it should be refreshed. For whatever reason, I'm not getting that contact form page right there, but we're going to go ahead and skip through real quick. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get this fixed live in front of you. So I'm going to go to edit page. We're going to go push this plus button here. And I'm going to go to type in WP forms, select that, and then see if we can select our form right here. So name, for whatever reason, the shortcode wasn't working. We've got email. And so we can go push update. Then we can come over here and check the site out real quick. Just wanted to finish this part up before we start going and creating content. We'll go fix this part right over here as well, but contact us. We've got a nice form. So we're starting to look good. We've got our blog categories as well. And then of course, you're going to go and fill out your about us. Definitely. You can go to ChatGPT and create a persona and, just tell it that you want, what your site's about, and to create a random name. And then you're good to go. Just go and adjust the about us page. Later on, when I'm done with the site completely, you can go and look at what I've done, model your sites after it if you want to. Explore our site and affiliate disclaimer. We'll put one of those on it as well. But for now, let's start getting some content going on over here. So let's do some fun stuff. So what we're going to do is go back over to ChatGPT. And remember, ChatGPT, this is where we got our gardening blog site when I asked it to give us a comprehensive sitemap structure for our blog and outdoor gardening for beginners. So each one of these 1, 2, 3, those are going to be a page. Instead of going gardening techniques and then having 10 pages inside of there, we're not going to do that. I don't think it's necessary. So here's my idea. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this getting started right here, and I'm going to go over to Agility Writer. I think that this is going to be the easiest one to use for this purpose. I'm going to go over here and select. I've already loaded in newbie gardening right here. We can go and push get started and then hit get idea. But right here, actually, I want to go into advanced mode. Go back over to newbie, and I want to go in advanced mode for pillar content in case we want to do any kind of table or something. You can push the get ideas. It'll go out and it's going to take some data and then just come up with kind of an artificial intelligence title for us. Getting started, a comprehensive guide for beginners. I don't really like that one. Sorry, I needed to put getting started, beginner guide, something like that. And then I'll say get idea, and it should go out there and get us a little bit more optimized article title. And here we go. So getting started with gardening, a comprehensive beginner's guide. So getting started with gardening. And we could call it a beginner's guide, but it's right there. So that one's good. I like it. And we might be just titling this getting started as far as this might be the H1 title, but we might on the heading bar, we might just put getting started or something like that, right? Okay. So then we're going to go over to ChatGPT, and we're going to grab these main topics that it gave us, and we're going to throw those in here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to change this one over to 5. We're going to stick it on advanced. I'm going to go and change this to gardening. Let's just say beginner gardeners. Casual first person. Are we going to go first person or are we going to go third person? I think I'm going to go third person on this whole site. AI detection. No, I don't want that. I want high quality. And then of course you can add your terms in here. I'm not going to do that right now. We are going to go with the in-depth factual data on this, FAQs and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead, and we don't need to create, I don't believe we need to create the outline because we already gave it the outline right here. Is there anything in here that I want to? Choosing the right plants, garden, planning and design, essential tools. So right here, I'm going to put dash and then table. Right? So I want it to do a table right there and then soil preparation. So I'm going to say add writing to queue. All right. So that one's going to write for us. And then we're going to come back over here. So that one's done. We're going to go to gardening, garden techniques. I'm going to copy that, go over here to Agility Writer, and we're going to go and throw that in garden techniques. And I'm going to say get idea. Let's see what it comes up with, but I really kind of want to keep it at just garden techniques, because we want that menu item to be, on the shorter side. Mastering gardening techniques, a comprehensive guide. Garden techniques. I think I'm just going to go with garden. And you might just go and copy this and go and just put it in like a spreadsheet or your notepad or something like that, because we may want to title that the H1 that, but for now, but I want the article title to just be this, if that makes sense. So we're going to go back over to ChatGPT and just grab our outline over here, and we're going to copy that. Each one of these is an article, right? So we have our outline already done, but I do want to follow suit. So this one right here, we need to put a dash in front of if we have an H. You just want to hover over the question mark right here. So any of the dashes in front are going to be subheadings. So I believe main heading 3. So I think that's going to be the H3s. I'm not sure, but we're going to just try that out. When to water and how much to water. So when to water and how much to water. And then we're going to come over here, and that's pretty much it. So we have these are main headings. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still think it's 5 right there. We're going to keep everything the same, and we're going to add this to the queue. Hopefully I'm doing that right. I am still new to Agility Writer, but this is great. We're using a new tool and we're going to get this stuff rocking and rolling and writing for us. Okay. So then now we're on to plant profiles. So I'm just going to say plant profiles, copy. I'm going to come back over here, plant profiles right there. I'm going to get the idea here. And then on my spreadsheet in my other monitor, I'm actually going to take the title, plant profiles. I'm going to take this, copy, and I'm going to just go paste it over. And then you'll see that I'm going to go ahead and remove this from here. And then I'm going to go and get the rest of our content over here. So we have vegetables, tomatoes, lettuce. I'm going to grab all this right here. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go and Control A, delete. I'm going to see if I can right click and paste as plain text. That didn't work. It literally just pastes as plain text. So I just need to go and see which ones. Herbs, we got basil, parsley, flowers. Flowers is an H2, so I'm going to put these in as well. Good. 4, but I'm up here. I'm going to actually just go. So we're going to keep it at 5, and we will add this to the queue. Back over here. We've got pest control, get idea, and really we could just leave this as whatever it gives us. The way that I was taking that and copying, pasting, it's not necessary. You don't have to do that. I just have something in my head that I'm kind of trying to do. Effective pest control strategies. So I'm going to copy that. So you don't have to do what I'm doing, but I'm trying to kind of just get it to keep that as the main title, but you don't have to do it that way. All right, so we're just going to go with these 3 main H2s right here. Common garden pests, and definitely going to put a table. Could be a list as well. Organic pest control methods and insecticides and pesticides right here. And then I'm going to add that to the queue. And you can see we're just continuing to move forward. I'll go ahead and pause the video, but now you can see what we're doing over here. We'll come back and we'll see what this content looks like. All right, perfect. So we worked our way all the way down the list, all the way to the resources section. The about section, I'm going to spend a little bit more time than just not do it really on camera. But you'll definitely be able to go and find the about page and then go and kind of see what I do over there. But I want to spend a little bit more time on the about page. The about page is very important on sites these days, as I hear. So you want to spend a little bit more time on that, make it very legitimate. And then we already have our blog, and then this is going to be where we're going to be placing hundreds of posts right here inside the blog. So we have this entire site structure, right? And building a little bit of authority, but then this is where you're going to really hit it with all your blog posts just right there, okay? So we're back in over here. It is writing over here. I'm going to go over to the history section and see if any are written. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these main kind of pillar posts right here that are in progress, still writing. We'll come back in a minute. All right, perfect. So something that I just noticed, one of them is just completed. That's really cool. Actually, 2 of them are done. But what's really cool is that I noticed this brand new feature in Agility Writer, post to WordPress. You can see your account right there, and you can see where you're going to put your WordPress login, and then you can do posts or pages right here. This is a brand new feature. I don't even know if he has a tutorial or video out on it, but I know that I spoke with Adam, the owner and creator of Agility Writer, and I let him know that he should try to push forward and get this up and running, because if he wants to be competitive with the other major tools such as Koala and so forth, being able to post from here is going to be just another additional time saver that we're going to have, and it makes the value of Agility Writer even that much more. So this first one I'm just going to look at and do it the old-fashioned way, but then I am going to go and test this out. Again, this is brand new, so we'll see if it functions for me right off the bat. But I'm going to go in our first article right here, getting started with gardening, the getting started guide right here, and we'll just click on it, see what it looks like. Getting started with gardening, a comprehensive beginner's guide. Embarking on a journey into the world of gardening can be incredibly rewarding, transforming not only your outdoor space, but also providing a sense of accomplishment and relaxation. Getting started with gardening, a comprehensive guide, aims to simplify the process for novices by breaking down the essential. So I'm not really sure if I like that part. I'll probably take that part out. But we have the key takeaways right over here. Soil prep, choosing the right plants requires understanding their specific needs. garden planning and investing in essential tools. Sounds pretty good to me. I said to create a table right here, essential tools, and it did. Starting your gardening, and this is why agility is just so cool. You can kind of control it and tell it what you want it to do. Really, really cool. Starting your gardening journey requires investing in the right tools and equipment. Here's a comprehensive table of essential tools and equipment every beginner gardener should have. Gloves to protect your hands, pruning, cutting and trimming small branches. So it's very specific to gardening, the description or the use case, but then also all the tools that you need. Super cool stuff. You could add some affiliate links in here if you wanted to, like the best ones and so forth once we get traffic, right? And then garden planning and design. Then we have that, choosing the right plants right here. Maybe right over here, we would add a section in here, the most common plants for beginners to plant. That would be really cool. But that would be a blog article that we maybe want to interlink to or something like that, right? This is just an overall guide to get kind of wet your whistle and kind of start understanding the things that you need in beginner gardening. So there's where the article ends. So it's not like an extremely long article or anything like that. I'm going to go right over here, just grab that whole thing. I'm going to copy. And we'll come back over to our site, and I'm going to make these pages. So we're going to add a page here. I'm going to paste that in. So this is getting started with gardening, a comprehensive beginner's guide, and the layout pastes over really, really nicely. You just want to come back up and maybe take the word table off, do a little bit of cleanup. I also didn't really care for this part right here. So I'm just going to actually just remove that whole thing. I don't really need it. Getting started with gardening, and this was only a 1,000-word article. Didn't need to be any longer than that. Pretty cool. And then I think I can click over here and, or I click on the box right here. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to actually go up here as well and adjust the URL. Getting started with gardening. So I'm just going to take everything off of that and just shorten it up a little bit. I do need to adjust the author, get a pen name, and so we can get a different author. Don't want our email address as the author. And down here, I'm going to take the site title off. Don't want that on there, or the separator. And this is what it'll look like. Don't have a meta description. We can come back in here. I believe that you get a meta description at the bottom as well. There we go. And I usually choose the shortest one. This one still looks like it'll be too long, but I think we'll go ahead and just use it. Oh, wow, it's green. That's great. Okay, so we're looking good. So I'm just going to publish that real quick and publish. And of course, we can hook up Google Search Console and then get this stuff indexed as well. So we'll do that later as well. You can also come in here and adjust anything that is being recognized. I do have Grammarly Pro installed. So you can come in here and actually do some editing while you're inside of here, especially on your pillar content. Might want to come in here and do some of the corrections. Literally takes 60 seconds. And update. Okay, so that's our first page, right? And so I'm going to repeat that exact process right here. And I did look this up. So when we come over here, I was telling you about the post to WordPress right here. That is brand new. They do have a button up here that says, please click here to learn more about post to WordPress feature. It'll open this up and it gives you full directions on how to do this post to WordPress. You do have to create an application password, right? So you need to basically create a new user that you're going to be able to go in and give the application. So it basically just protects your WordPress blog. But there's full directions right here. It'll probably take less than 5 minutes to do this. But this is basically what it is. We'll go look at one more real quick. We have this one right here that's 1,700 words right here, garden techniques. I'll go ahead and click on that. And we can go and check out what garden techniques looks like. Planting techniques, selecting the appropriate planting. So there isn't an intro. I need to get better at writing in just a small intro. I do think that this jumps right into it, which is for a lot of people probably exactly what they're looking for. But I think a small introduction on what this article is going to be important. Is probably the right way to go. So just remember to try to put an intro in there, direct sowing, and there's a list right there. We'll just keep going through here. Transplanting, watering, when to water, how much to water, mulching. Look at when to water, how much to water, mulching, pruning. So it's doing everything that we told it to do in the article outline. It is really, really good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this real quick, really easily. I'm going to go and just copy. And we'll come back over here, a new page real quick. And I'll just paste that in. Garden techniques, And that is what I want our page to be, which is basically I'll save draft and it'll be a garden techniques, perfect right there. And then we'll come through here and you can just fix everything, like I said, and be able to just get a little bit better grammar on here. But you can see there's not that much that needs fixing. With this agility writer, I think it writes pretty smooth, really high quality. Just fix a little bit of these and just keep on cruising. Only takes about maybe 60 seconds to kind of work your way through. All right, we got that. It's looking pretty good. And then I will come down here and let's go. We can actually leave newbie gardening on there on this one if we want to, or we can do a comprehensive guide to maximizing your harvest. That also could be our title up at the top, right up here. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this because this is what I was talking about when I was doing that pasting into the spreadsheet. And then we'll come back down here and get one of the, it's really cool. The meta description is done for you. I usually always had to open up ChatGPT or open up another AI writer to get like a meta description, but it just provides everything. You can, writes a bunch of different titles for you. It just gives you enough information and enough of what you need to just get this posted real quick. So we'll put that meta description in there. And we do need some featured images. I'll come back in and I'll show you what I'm going to do for featured images. So garden techniques, a comprehensive guide to maximizing your harvest. Literally, you can take that title. We can come over here into Discord and we can, here's one that I grabbed earlier right here. So I'm just going to say web and I'm going to say yes. And then from here, we can actually just paste that title in. And then I had another one right here. So we just click the web and this is in Discord, in Midjourney, and technically in Discord as well. I'm going to go ahead and right click that and save it as well. I don't like the, it's in square format. It didn't do this 16:9 like I wanted it to. But I have a prompt that will give me a better image size. But you can go and get really high quality images in here. It's just going to take a little bit of extra time, but certainly worth, spending $1 to $5 per image right there. Okay. So we can come back over here and we can actually go into featured image and we can grab one of those images and just go upload and just grab one and then take the title, copy it, put it as the alt text, and there's obviously probably going to be a little bit some better SEO options out there, but that's what I'm doing for now for this one, and we're going to go ahead and publish this. Okay, so we have our first two. So I'll just repeat the process for all these right here and all the ones that we just wrote in Agility, and then we will go and add these to our menu. So I'll just show you that real quick too. What we would do is we would come in here and we would go over to appearance, themes, customize the popcorn. And this is how you're going to add to your menu over here. You're going to click over here and then you're going to click it one more time right here. And then we're going to add, right? So we're going to add the garden techniques, but we don't want it to say garden techniques. So we are going to go ahead and remove the rest of that like so. And then we would just go and add the other one. And this one is getting started. So it's a page. So we're going to say getting started with gardening. And I'm just going to remove everything else off of there. So we just added those right there. Okay. So then I'm just going to push save, and then we can go and check out our site. And we have those added over here, right? And then I'll move the blog over to the right. But now when people click on garden techniques, it's going to take them right over. We have our image right there. The featured image is already shows right there as well. So that's really cool. And then this is our site. We are starting to get our site up and running. Really nice content on here. We'll go look at that other article real quick. Someone clicks on getting started with gardening. They can go and click right there. And here is the, with the nice tables and everything. So this is really coming along nicely. I'm going to go add all the rest of those up to the top, and then the site will start forming its structure. And then we can go and start hitting it hard with blog content. All right. So I'll see you in the next video. Remember, I keep forgetting to kind of mention this, but we are doing, if you made it this far in the video, just say, I watched the whole thing below in the comment section. It'll keep me going. And just really cool to see when people are watching these long form videos. And most of all, learning something of value. But if you want a chance to win the free software giveaway on May 15th, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment on this video and the rest of the videos this week. All right, I'll see you in the next video.